You might have been talking about me. You might not have been talking about me. It feels like you're talking about me. So, shall we begin? All right, let me say this, right? You started off with nightlife, right? Nightlife, the night, glorifying the nightlife. Nightlife. Nightlife is when you was with Casanova. Or rather, you was in the club. Casanova 2 times. Troy Ave. Banger, right? Taxstone. That nightlife, right? Because there's a lesson in my glass bottle, right? Nightlife is what got your shorty clapped in the club. She got hit while she was with you, under your protection, right? That same night, Banger lost his life going at it with Taxstone. Taxstone, because of that night, ended up doing, he's in jail right now. He's doing 10 years just for the gun because his fingerprints was on the clip, but he's in jail from nightlife. Troy Ave and Taxstone is both fighting and facing charges for homicide in the club because of nightlife, right? Nightlife. See the title? Nightlife. That nightlife got Troy Ave fighting for his life right now. That nightlife got him clapped in the club that night, right? That nightlife made Taxstone lose his freedom. That nightlife got your shorty hit. Got your shorty hit. All the things that run through my mind, if that was me in the club and my shorty got hit. There was no repercussions behind your shorty getting hit. Right. That was the nightlife. See the cause and effect of the nightlife? Taxstone, 10 years, facing the rest of his life. Troy Ave, facing time in jail. Your shorty getting clapped. She got scarred for life. Under your protection, you couldn't protect her. There was nothing to all the dudes that you had with you couldn't protect her, and they didn't retaliate. But right, we know you tough, Maino. Right. So you went from nightlife to now y'all lobby boys. Lobby boys. I'm anticipating that music. I think it's gonna be a dope sound. A billboard is what you and Jim Jones is. A billboard of senior citizens who live in houses, mansions, advertising yourselves as lobby boys. Senior citizens creeping up on 50 years old, calling yourselves lobby boys, but you really live in mansions, living a better life than most people that come from the lobbies. But you're advertising yourself. This is what my problem is with you and the rest of y'all, Maino. And I say this respectfully. Right? Respectfully. My problem with you cats is that your advertisement is for the youth. You're grown men that's advertising yourself to sell to the adolescents. And never in the history of hip-hop, the rap game, has there ever been a dude of my caliber that called you dudes out for what you're doing. So what you say it is, what you want to call it, you want to call it hate. So let me let you speak and show your words of why I responded and why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm going to let you speak for yourself real quick, Maino, okay? You know what I mean? This is all out of love. This is not out of hate. When people sitting up there saying that I'm hating, I want y'all to understand, like, it's not hate. Hate? So here go Maino, y'all.
Progress is the enemy of a miserable person. Repeat it after me. Progress is the enemy of a miserable person. Nothing worse in this world for a miserable person to see is to see somebody else progressing, somebody else smiling, somebody else getting to their issue, somebody else living their life. So it should never be no misunderstandings why another nigga hating on you, because you already understand. This is nature. This is what he do. I mean, it's not like we give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. But I just need you to understand. There should never be no misunderstanding about why somebody got something negative to say about you or whoever it is when you live in your life and you clearly don't have nothing to say about them. It's because the enemy of progress, the op to progress and to living, is a miserable ass nigga. Never forget it.
Progress is what you call when you advertise yourself to children and you a grown man. You call it progress. And I am the enemy to that progress because I hate and despise the way that you old men is advertising yourselves to young boys. And instead of leading them away from the penitentiary, which you was in, and you know what it feels like to touch that hellfire, the hate that I have is because I'm trying to lead these young boys away from the candles that's being burned in front of the lobbies. Ooh, lobby boys. I'm trying to lead them away from the lifestyle and the gangster persona that leads them or their mothers and their friends to burning candles in front of them lobbies that you're hanging out in front of when you live in a mansion. What kind of man goes and hang out on a block where he got to carry, and see, this is what I want y'all to understand, right? For those who are still stuck in the hood, in those lobbies, every time they go outside, they got to keep it on them. Every time they go outside, they got to walk to and from their cars, the stores, transportation, with it on them because it's that real. And every time they go outside, they're facing 10 years in jail now for having a Glock on their waist. And y'all glorifying the same downfall of the community, lobby boys. Those same lobbies is the reason why Shotty is in the feds. Treyway, those same lobbies is the reason why Mel Matrix is in the penitentiary. Treyway, you see how I break this down? When y'all glorify the nightlife, the nightlife, the nightlife, the nightlife. When I sit back and I analyze the nightlife, success, right, is what you say you have. You're successful. Successful. You're a one-hit wonder. You see me, high, nobody's listening to that. The COVID put the rap game on a chokehold. Nobody was doing shows. Everything is just starting to open back up. The problem is, you had to get next to a dude that you was beefing with in the industry for some time to get yourself hot again. But the problem with Jim Jones is his career is over as well. He went to the height already. The only place to go is down. So because he do shows, you got yourself next to him so you could continue on living that nightlife, which is a slave to the clubs. See, the truth of the matter is, young boys, rappers love to get on stage, but having to do them walkthroughs in the clubs to get paid, and you getting paid, you're not even getting paid top dollar. You're getting paid welfare checks to walk through those clubs and perform now because you're not hot. You're not hot, and you can't use that slogan, yesterday's price is not today's price. That doesn't work for you because there's nothing hot coming from you. So the reality of it is, your music wasn't going anywhere, and then you switched over to YouTube. A dude that's been on stage with some of the greatest in the rap game, Little Kim, 50 Cent, you done been out there with everybody in the game. Everybody. You've been rocking stages for like 15, 20 years in New York City. And then you come on the stage of YouTube and you suck. Like literally. You're competing with dudes that have no stage guest appearances, no audience. They build the audiences from scratch. Like me, for example, right? So when your career fails, you become a YouTuber and want to do interviews and group talks. But somebody's jealous of a failing rapper? You be the judge. It's something about being in the club with gray hairs growing in all over the place. Gray hairs growing in. And you in the club living the nightlife when you the age of a grandfather. Something just ain't right. I want y'all young boys out there to understand something, man. This is why you go to school. This is why you save your money, so that your money can save you. Because when you live that nightlife and you like the bling bling, every time I come around the city bling bling, and you want to spend all your money on the nightlife, because that life is expensive, you'll find yourself a senior citizen figuring out which way to go next. At the height of your career, everybody in the world knows who you are, but you broke. I could almost guarantee you I got more money than you may know. I'm not miserable. I'm mad at the fact that nobody loves the community, and y'all willing to do anything to get back on top, whatever it takes. It's just so hypocritical to sit up there and give a 60-second Instagram post acting like you speaking productive, but then turn around and put out some murder music. You cats are selling lyrical genocide. Lyrical genocide to the young audience. Your group and your audience is billboard to the young boys. Grown men don't want to be lobby boys. Grown men want to figure out how they can sit behind a corporate desk so that they can hire their last name and pass the business down to them. You understand? So that's my take. And this is me expressing to you and making you understand. Nah, it's not hate, Maino. It's hatred towards all our fallen soldiers out there. This year, this summer, there was nothing but burning candles in front of them lobbies. My voice is here to change that. The problem is, you senior citizen rappers that's still competing in the rap game with them young boys, well, y'all just so happen to be in the way. It is what it is, man. Don't take it personal, son. I'm only saying this out of love because somebody needs to say it. But the problem is that if the people start to wake up and start to see that you guys are the ones that's actually leading these young boys astray, well, it speaks for itself. It is what it is, man. I want everybody that watched this video to comment in the comment section. Talk to me. Talk to Maino. Say what y'all gotta say. But understand something, like I said, man. Look at the lobby boys. And look at how they turned out, right? But he a lobby boy? No, you're not a lobby boy, Maino. You live in a mansion. Y'all gotta ask yourself a question. Why is Maino and Jim Jones continuously being seen in Harlem, advertising themselves to who? The poor. When they made it out. So now y'all coming down, y'all coming back as walking billboards. And what are you selling? What are you selling? You ain't like Styles P. You're not selling vegetables and fruit. You're selling genocide to your people. Lyrical murder to young boys. You don't see Jay-Z coming back to Harlem and standing in the hood. He ain't doing none of that no more. You know why? Because grown men don't do that. Grown men got a woman at home. They ain't got time to be hanging out on the corners. And let me say this. When y'all keep saying that you're outside, Maino, every time I look at the image on your gram and Jim Jones' gram, every time I see y'all outside, it's with an audience with about 5 or 10 people apiece. That's not going outside. Going outside is when you go outside by yourself. Every time I go outside, I'm outside by myself. Not even with one other dude, but by myself. Do you cats got the balls to do that? No, you don't. So don't tell me you outside. You very well protected. Security! Security! I go outside by myself. Respectfully. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. That's what the problem is. Y'all ain't used to a dude with energy like me. As a matter of fact, shout out to my boy, what is the brother name? Richie. Shout out to the brother Richie for giving me this hot shirt. It is what it is, man. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Parents, stop letting these senior citizen rappers, man, leads your kids to the penitentiary while they send their kids off to college. It is what it is. I'm out.